Avtar Meher Baba ki Jai.
That every single moment in our life, we are having this so-called free will or free choice to use our responses wisely to what life is bringing on the screen of our consciousness. And when we consistently do that over a period of time, it is but natural that the entire mold of our past karmas get molded and altered, and we see a better picture in the future. So that is what, so in other words, in as much as things are already preordained in our life through past actions, we also have been given this hathiyar, this instrument, this madhyam, this means of inputting spiritually wise actions in the present moment, every moment, the eternal now, as we say, in order to change the texture and the composition of our karma in the future. That's what Baba says. Now here, suffering comes through ignorance or attachment to illusions. As long as we are attached to illusions, we suffer. If we are unattached and we accept things as it comes, there is no suffering. One very nice sentence, I don't think it's from Baba's literature, but could be, I'm not very sure about it, is that since we have taken a body, pain is inevitable. You will suffer the joint pains and the arthritis and rheumatism and backaches and neck aches and toothaches and all suffer. So pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. In other words, you can choose not to suffer even though you have the pain through wisdom, through wise thinking that this is pain and you can't help it. But suffering would mean that brooding and weeping and wailing and blaming.
There was this beautiful analogy through this suffering, as you said, the choice part of it, would be to say that somebody who has maybe broken his leg and fractured and is 4 weeks in the cast, and the pain he is going to get in the leg is inevitable. Because that's going to happen. But in the 4 weeks of cast, when he jogs his mind 6 months ahead of what he is going to lose at the job, how this other guy is going to put up the presentation next week because he's not going to be there, and how the appraisal is going to happen because he's going to be absent and this guy is going to be there, to do the presentation, is creating that suffering by choice, which he need not sitting there with his leg up in the traction. So that's how what we do in, I guess, is what you are trying to say.
Absolutely.
That we jog our minds in this fast forward mode so much that we lose this moment in present and think that this pain is going to last as if forever. And bring on.
Just recently I returned from Mehrabad yesterday and I met a person who is very new to Baba. And he wasn't very much, he wanted to know more about Baba, but not very much keen, and he met with an accident. And he was in bed for about 2 to 3 weeks. And during those periods, he read all that he could read about Baba. So this is the positive aspect of it, that in any and every given situation of life, there is something positive about it. There is something that we can make use of because of you cannot change that part. You cannot say that, oh, I met with an accident, I shouldn't have, I shouldn't have crossed the road, something, whatever. These all shoulds have, should not have has no meaning, it is just going in circles. So now, when you accept the things as they are, as somebody very rightly say, that imagine the insanity of not accepting what is. Insanity is madness. Imagine the insanity of not accepting what is, because what is just is. You can't change what is, but you can change your interpretation of what is, and that will impact you positively. That means you accept what is, and instead of brooding about the problem and continue to dwell in that problem, you try to become a part of the solution instead of becoming a part of the problem, and see now, what next? Now I am in this state, I cannot move, I cannot do. What do I do in order to take this incident or accident in a positive light and gain from it? Means what is in it for me? How do I benefit out of it?